Which Rose Anvil wallet is right for you? If you want something that has room for more than a couple cards, but something without a fold and minimal enough that you're forced to carry only what you need, the SBB wallet is the perfect balance for you. With 3 total pockets, 2 in the front and 1 back pocket with room for folded cash, and measuring 5.6 millimeters thick, the SBB wallet is less of the bulk and more of the space. Get yours at roseanvil.com.
Big box from Goral. I've been sick all day. But then I got a shipping notification that these came in, and so a little bit of life started flowing through my veins again. So here we are for a sick unboxing of a sick boot. So what is this? Well, you probably saw the first video. Actually, I think we had 2 videos posted by now. We did the Monkey Boot Showdown unboxing, where I just bought a bunch of monkey boots to do some research to figure out, what is a monkey boot? How does it differ from the typical pattern you see from Solover, from John Lofgren, from Frank's? I should probably close this knife, actually. I'm freaking whipping this thing around. All the classic monkey boots that have the panels that, do I have one close? I'll show you, because I feel like a lot of people in the other video were confused still, but maybe it's just the comments. Okay, got you some samples. So, what I'm trying to describe is, see how on this pair, this is a Solover monkey boot. Let me get my pointer out. Not that pointer, you perv. See how this panel comes down, ends the panel there, and it's tucked in right there. Same thing on this side. This panel comes down, slopes down there, and that's the rest of the boot. Versus what I believe is the original monkey boot pattern. That panel doesn't come down through here. The whole toe is its own panel, whereas this toe panel ends right here and here. This panel sweeps all the way back to there and there. So people are like, people already made a monkey boot. I'm like, did you watch the freaking video? Because the whole video was about the difference between these 2 monkey boots. So I'm assuming that most people just commented before they saw the rest of the video where I was comparing it. But that's what we're trying to do is everyone makes this kind of monkey boot. Nobody makes this kind of monkey boot. Very few. Doc Martens does, but then none of them are any quality. And you can, like, Frank's makes a hell of a monkey boot. It's about as tough a monkey boot as money can buy, but it's all this pattern. And so that's why we went to Goral and was like, hey, not only would it be sick to do an English-made monkey boot, kind of harken back to the story and the history of the monkey boot, but also wouldn't it be sick to do it in a special leather, in a leather that to me like represents English manufacturing, kind of like the yellow thread on this grafters monkey boot. That's what's in this box. So let's get to it. Let's freaking do it. So what's in the box? These just arrived off the UPS truck like an hour ago. These are fresh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 boxes. Okay, I thought I was just getting 1. So we'll see what's what. Okay. Box numero unero. Number 1. This could be one of the cooler projects we've done in a while, because nobody freaking makes a boot like this in quality. And I had, after reading your guys' feedback and seeing some of the back and forth, I changed my mind about a couple things, and I think we got a unique product. Let's just unbox it. Is it white? Whoa! Dang! That looks freaking slick. So we got the natural Chrome Excel. So now you can see the difference a little more clearly, maybe, since these colors are so similar. Do you see what I mean? See how this panel starts here, sweeps all the way up there and around the toe? This one, the toe panel is just right there. And then it stops there. This panel here covers that up. So there's a split in the pattern there. When you start flexing and moving that's a lot of material pinched over top of your foot. Not only is it just material, that's a potential fail point where the thread could pop and that you got an opening in the boot. It's also, anytime you have a stitch line, especially with a stitch line with leather over top, it's not gonna, not squeeze out, what am I saying? It's not gonna bulge out, it's not gonna flex, stretch is the word. It's not gonna stretch out as much as if it were just all leather. And so, speaking of that, I was kind of like, I don't know, let's maybe cut out that M shape. But then we got a sample without the M shape, and I was like, And then everyone in the comments was like, no, you got to keep the M shape. It's part of the design. It's part of the ethos. It's part of the whole thing. You got to keep it. And I think I agree. So we're adding the boobs back on, or the W for Weston, or the balls, or the butt, or whatever other M for Mickey D's. Okay, that looks pretty freaking good. It's really light too, because let's look at the next sample and I'll show you more what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense now. I feel like that's about as clear as I can make it. Oh, I guess the benefit of that, without having all that leather through here, is you don't have as much bulk pushing over your toes, or for your big toe, or for your big toe knuckle, or for your pinky toe. There's hardly any extra material, unlike this boot that has tons in some of that high pressure point area. So it should be more comfortable. Dang, these smell so freaking good. Chrome XL is probably the best smelling leather. Cordovan's really good, but horsehide Chrome XL, that might be my favorite actually. It's pretty freaking delicious. Next box. Let me take a peek actually. I want to save the best for last. Okay, that might be the best. What did I save for the last? I didn't peek that deep into it though. I'm still keeping it somewhat of a surprise. Okay, next box. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. So this is just your brown Chrome XL, or I don't think it's maybe it's color number 8. But either way, it's Chrome XL. It smells like Chrome XL. This time on the black sole instead of the white sole. This sole is really interesting. They call it the Morflex sole. So it's basically like the Vibram Christie wedge, but instead of it being a blown rubber, I believe it's polyurethane. And so it's lighter weight. Polyurethane's a little more durable while still being softer. It doesn't grip nearly as well as rubber, but for this style of boot, like this is it still has the stuffing in it, and it's pretty lightweight. And that's part of the stuff we wanted to bake in with this, is like the part of the value of why people loved the original monkey boots in England for like the punk scene, the skinhead, all that stuff going on in England, was they're really lightweight, but they're really aggressive. They're shorter than a pair of Doc Martens. They're more flexible than a pair of Doc Martens. They're lighter than a pair of Doc Martens. So I wanted to keep that value in the boot, and so that's why these are shockingly light. And you can adjust the outsole combination. And I actually really like this last that it's built on, because this is not the sneaker last that we've used in the past. This is wider, it has a lot more sharp snub nose on it, and I feel like it just accents this boot really, really well. I love it. Just taking pictures of my cat, okay? This is our most popular camera harness, and in my opinion, the most comfortable way to carry one camera. Because as you can see, made of premium leather, solid brass hardware, so it's not gonna wear out and rust and ruin your clothes. But more importantly, look at the contouring. Not just straight lines, not straight straps like every other camera harness out there. It actually contours and flows with your body to make that weight distributed a lot more equally. And even when you're not using it, if you want all that weight off your back and shoulders, got these little hip clips on our custom hardware. It allows you to clip it right to your hip, to put it more on your hips where it's a lot more comfortable to have that kind of weight. So ease your back pain, ease your neck pain, put all the weight of this heavy camera not on your neck, put it equally distributed with the Lone Bandit camera harness. Okay, let's look at next color. So I want to show you the construction style before we get to the exciting reveal. Whoa. I didn't know they were sending this one. I didn't even know we're doing this. Check this out. Woo! Oh my gosh, that thing is gnarly. Blood core version. Hell yeah. I think I would take a freaking marker and make the midsole red. We'll let you guys do that on your own though. Dang, that looks freaking good. See that red popping through? The red stitching to accent it. So what are some of the things that we changed from the last time? Obviously we added the boobs back. I mean the M, probably should say M, I don't know. I think girls, well we literally call them bugs and slugs and fugs and tugs, boobs. But we added the boobs back. We didn't do the asymmetrical heel counter. I could still go either way on it, but I think I like the simplicity of just really, it's because it's two panels essentially like coming together. to make, actually I don't know if it's 2 panels. I'm sure there's a seam up through here, but the idea is it's 2 panels coming together that cup around your foot and is sewn right there. So I like the idea of it being like super simple and pretty clean up through here, but when we removed the M, it was too simple. It didn't quite have the monkey boot look. I don't love the speed hook, so I think we're gonna put those back to the eyelets. I'm pretty sure that's something we asked Goral to do, but they must have just forgot. But if you guys like the speed hooks, we can leave them, but to me it's low enough that I would rather just kind of loosen the laces to get in and out. And I don't love the look of these speed hooks. I would rather just have the look of the eyelets personally. And on top of that, how is this constructed? Because that was another thing we were going back and forth. Do we go like all the way to the max with their brass wire boot construction, where we do super limited numbers and they'd be like 3 pounds each and they'd be like $1,000? We could do that in the future, but I didn't want to launch a monkey boot on something that was pretty unattainable and really hard to manufacture and low numbers. And so then it was down to, do we do a cup sole where we basically take our smug style of footwear we designed with Goral and apply it to a monkey boot, or do we use their Blake stitch construction to try to make it a boot shoe hybrid? And so that's what we ended up doing. So this is kind of a boot shoe hybrid because you remember the first one they sent had a fake welt on. I was like, we can't do that. I've roasted so many freaking brands for having a fake welt. I'll get eaten alive if we have a fake welt on there. And so they removed the fake welt. So you still have the Vibram outsole, and then on the inside, the Blake stitch sews the upper down to the midsole, and then the outsole is glued on. So let me see if this insole is removable. Yes, nice, Goral. Thank you for not gluing that in so I could show everybody. Made in England. But if you look down inside of there, you can see that Blake stitch. So you've got the Veg Tan insole, the upper that tucks underneath, the Veg Tan midsole, and that Blake stitch sews all that together. So it's still a heritage construction, but because it's a Blake stitch, it's gonna be way more flexible. It's gonna feel a lot more like a shoe. And this thing is really, really light. It's lighter than the Solo Veris. Ooh, I think we freaking nailed it, bro. Dang, that thing is sick. I can't wait to start wearing these. We have to do the photo shoot first. Because what we've done is we've maintained the lightweight aspect of it. We've maintained the flexibility. Instead of doing a stitch down construction like this boot, we did a Blake stitch construction, which allows it to be a little bit tighter, and all the stitches are tucked to the inside. I think either one, like I don't think that's a huge change. That it'd have been cool to do a stitch down, it would have been cool to do Blake stitch, but Goral is known for Blake stitch. And so I was like, there's a lot of people that love their Smugs and all the other products we made with them. These are gonna feel the same, they're gonna fit the same. They're basically the same theory, but applied more towards a boot rather than a boot sneaker hybrid. Like if a Smug is in the middle of a sneaker and a boot, this monkey boot's leaning more towards the boot without being a full-on boot. I think they look freaking good too. I can't wait to get some wearing them, see how they actually look. Okay, now for the pair I'm most excited for. This is gonna be the real version. Because we're gonna still have these other color options. I just know that people are gonna want it in blood core. And then there's gonna be people who are like, I like the core leathers, but give me my OG like classic colors with the classic Chrome XLs. But what's inside of this box? When it comes to monkey boots, yellow is obviously a part of the monkey boot culture and the look of it. You got yellow stitching, yellow thread. Doc Martin makes their yellow boot their monkey boot with their yellow stitching. Goral, obviously their color, one of their big colors is yellow. So when it came to launching a new core leather with a collaboration with the brand, we had to do the yellow core. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is so sick. Because this is what the Doc Martin boot should be. Because the Doc Martin boot is black and yellow. And we pulled a lot of inspiration from the rub-off leather that Doc Martin uses for our blood core leather. Oh my gosh, and we technically can't even get in trouble for having yellow stitching on the sole because there is no stitching on the sole. It's a Blake stitch, and I have a feeling on the inside that stitch is still yellow. Got a little hidden yellow stitch on the inside. But dang, so you got the yellow stitching, the yellow pop-up edge color through here. Oh my gosh, this boot is so sick. I love it, actually more than the blood core, if I'm being honest. The blood core's cool, but this is like the perfect leather for this boot. And we even added a little bit of padding in the collar because one of the problems with this style of boots is it's like a mid-top, so it's right in your Achilles tendon, and there's not a lot of flex there. So we added just a little bit of collar padding in there. Not enough that you can even see it from the outside, just to give it that little bit of squish. So, I think that's pretty close to the final prototype. And so now I'm gonna start wearing them. We're gonna do the photo shoot. I'll start wearing them, get some wear into them. And so maybe before launch, I'll do an update video on how they've worn. Does the pattern work? Where do I like it? Where do I not like it? And that's pretty much it. So these drop, I think, near the end of April. So make sure you're on that limited edition email list because you'll get early access. You'll get all the sizing guide information, everything you need to know to buy a pair of these. And so you can be the first of the line to guarantee yourself a pair because they're still limited quantities. And the sooner you order, the sooner you get your pair. Yeah, here's all your options just to show you one more time. The natural chrome excel, the brown chrome excel, classic blood core, pop of red coming through, and the new yellow core. This is the first time we're releasing this yellow core. And we had to do it with Goral for all those reasons we talked about. And you can get all of our products with this too, except for the harnesses, because this leather rubs off on like white clothes. So you can get it on everything except for the harnesses and the stuff that makes contact with your skin. So the belts, the wallets, the kilties, you can buy basically everything. So that's it. So check these out below. They drop near the end of the month. Huge shout out to Goral for being willing to tackle this project. It's definitely been a tough project. It's not easy developing a brand new pattern and testing it and trying to figure out a unique style of construction that's still unique enough that it's not just a direct copycat, but still harkens back to the actual story and the value that monkey boot has had for the last 60 years. And I think we freaking nailed it. I think it turned out so good. So now I'm gonna put these on and wear them to a few hikes, see where we end up. So thank you guys. See ya.